So what is mindfulness? A key definition in the literature is one that I'll actually sort of unpack for you right now so you can anchor yourself with that. But then I do encourage you to explore the literature, and we've actually got some books that I'll reference soon. But the most cited definition of mindfulness is this, by John Kabat-Zinn, who really pioneered the mindfulness-based stress reduction movement. Mindfulness is paying attention in a particular way. So it's about your attention and your attentiveness, paying attention in a particular way. Firstly, it's on purpose. You're paying attention on purpose. You're doing it deliberately. You are consciously, and what I like to say, investing your attention rather than paying, as in it's a cost that you don't necessarily get something back for. I sort of want to talk about it in terms of investing your attention deliberately, on purpose. And that's not all. It's in the present moment. So you're attentive deliberately to the present moment, the current things that are going on for you in your body, as well as in your mind and in your environment. And the third piece that's really important to highlight is that this attention, this awareness that we bring, has an attitude of non-judgmentality. So it's non-judgmental. You're not fixated or assuming things to be a particular way. You're not expecting something. You're not judging and evaluating and analyzing. It's inevitable that our mind will look to interpret incoming information and stimulus, but instead we're looking to hold a space with our attention that is curious and open, like a parachute, as Brett mentioned earlier. Now, the easiest way that we can engage in this state of mindfulness is to connect our attention to our senses. Our senses, we can't notice what our body is doing in the future or in the past. We can only tune into how we're feeling in our body right now. Likewise, lots of mindfulness practice, and I'll speak to it, looks at the breath moving in the body. Now, that's a bit more subtle a physiological experience than our physical body is feeling, but that can be a great anchor to the present moment as well. And staying with the flow of breath moment by moment is often used as a mindfulness practice anchor. And so we'll explore a little bit about that as we get into practice as well. The most important thing to know is that when this is about our attention and investing it on purpose in the present moment with an open mind, yes, we experience distraction. When our mind wanders off, we bring it back to where we chose for it to be, in the present moment, the purpose of our attention, the object of our attention, with an open mind. That is the practice. Some people think that mindfulness means I can empty my mind of all thoughts, and that is actually an unrealistic expectation. We will always have thoughts, we will always have sensations, and we can choose to invest in some, and when others distract us, that's okay, it will happen. Mindfulness is the skill of bringing ourselves back. Does that make sense? So no matter how many times it wanders off, the mind wanders off, we bring it back. It's like exercising a muscle. Yeah? Now, when the mind goes off into challenging and negative areas, it can be a desire of yours to bring it back to something more pleasant. And so we need to watch that. Are we actually trying to be mindful to avoid? And in that situation, we're not actually being open and non-judgmental. We're judging our thoughts to be bad, so we're wanting to bring ourselves back. So starts the dance of mindfulness practice. The reverse is also true, where we drift off into wonderland. Perhaps we are reflecting on our previous holiday, given I planted that seed earlier, and we actually just want to stay there. You know, this is where the rubber hits the road. We bring ourselves back anyway, because there's a part of you that decided this mindfulness practice was about being here right now, focusing on something. Perhaps it was the body. So we get better with practice. We get better at noticing when we drift off, and we get better at bringing ourselves back. So we call this mindfulness practice the skills of the mind. It's like mental fitness. There's a little brain doing weights, and we need to engage in training, and there are a couple of different ways that we can do that.